Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And you know we're having fun whenever we get to play zombies. And the Midnight Hunt set is here, and so we have Champion of the Parish, which whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under control, put a +1/+1 counter onto Champion of the Parish. And we get a bunch of decayed zombies in this deck too. Had a hard time trying to focus on exactly which way would be the best way to go about it. Jadar, at the beginning of your end step, if you control no creatures with decay, then you get to get the decayed. And decayed creatures are a little bit interesting. So first off, right above me, a creature with decayed can't block, and when it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. It definitely makes sense to go for as many tokens as possible because we have things like Champion of the Parish, and we just want to go a little bit aggro. We have Bladestitched Skaab, 2 mana, 2/3. Other zombies you control get +1/+0. So we have a bunch of 3/2s potentially, or even higher if we have multiple of these, attacking in each turn. And when they attack in, they die, but then Jadar gets to replace them, which is really, really nice. We have Tainted Adversary, 2 mana, 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, you can pay 3 mana any number of times. When you pay this one or more times, put that many +1/+1 encounters onto it, and then twice as many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with decayed. So pretty sweet. If we get 5 mana, it gets to come down with the +1/+1 counter. It comes down and then you pay for it, and you get a 3/4 and 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with decayed. If you have a Skaab as well, it gets really busted. So turn 5, amazing play. And that's kind of what we're looking at this. I kind of want this to be another turn 5 play, but can also be a 2-drop for us, which is amazing. The stats itself, 2 mana, 2 mana, 2/3 with Death Touch, pretty good. I like the Wight a little bit better, where it's a little bit stronger. A couple other things here as well that are kind of, it's a good one. It's not bad at all. A couple of 1-ofs I'm throwing in this deck just to try to test them out, see how it goes. That's what I like to do. I like to play the best deck possible, but also include like 5 1-ofs of just fun things. So we have the Draugr Necromancer. We're playing Snow Mana because Narfi Betrayer King is a zombie lord, so we definitely got to be playing that. Ebondeath, a zombie for us that goes in the air, which is flying. We have one Falcon Abomination, 3 mana, 2/2 with flying that creates a decayed token. So pretty sweet. Definitely helps out a Champion of Parish to put 2 creatures on the battlefield at once. Pretty sweet stuff. I'm not sure if that's something I want to be playing a lot of or not. Flip the switch or 1 counter spell in the deck to create a zombie as well whenever we counter stuff. Corpse Cobble also really sweet in this one. So Corpse Cobble, what it does is it's a 2 mana instant as additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice any number of creatures. So we want to sacrifice our decayed creatures after they deal combat, but after they deal damage before combat ends. So there is this little bit of time where you can sacrifice all of our creatures that have dealt damage this turn that will sacrifice and go away. We can create an XX blue and black zombie creature token with menace, where X is the total power to sacrifice creatures. This is also just an answer if someone's going to kill one of our other creatures here. We can just sacrifice it in response, get an XX zombie where X is the power of the total sacrifice creatures. We get this to be really, really powerful, or we can just replace something, which is really nice. So I wasn't sure if I want to play lots of this or just one of. We'll see. Hopefully we run into it and it's really nice. But I did want Deadly Dispute to sacrifice those creatures, draw us cards, ramp up a little bit. Works with Shambling Ghast really, really well. We have Bloodchief's Thirst and Infernal Grasp for the removal, and then, like I said, the 1 counter spell. And so that's the deck. 2 Crippling Fears as well, which does hit a lot of werewolves, and that's kind of the dream here. So let's dive into it. Let's see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, we're up against Hurt Travis, and we will. I mean, sorry if you're the one that's hurt, but we're gonna hurt you. This is pretty great. Ooh, we could try to go for a turn 1 play, but we don't have a guarantee that we have another land. So we're gonna go for a Shipwreck Marsh. Getting out the Shambling Ghast would be sweet. That is the one downside of this, is that they occasionally do have to come out on turn 1. We typically always keep a 2-land hand. There's always the downside. Okay, so it was the right play. We didn't have another land there. So throw this out on black for sure. We play out Jadar, create 3 power worth of creatures for 2 mana. I like it. Pretty sweet stuff. And then the Stitch Skaab on the next turn seems really legit. Hopefully we have a land for the Shambling Ghast as well, and life is phenomenal. These decayed zombies, if they do go away, it's annoying, it's sad, it's bad, but we're just going to do the best that we can. Play out a Skaab. Probably countered here. Doomscar potentially coming soon as well. A little bit terrifying. Oh, this is not a zombie itself. I always forget about that. It's not a zombie. It doesn't get the buff. But it is decayed, so attacks in. So when it attacks, it causes the trigger that'll sacrifice it at the end of combat. So we can hold off on the battlefield. We can attack whenever we want to. But now that it has attacked, we create another one. because we no longer have one. Destroys this, but with it on the stack, you missed it, my friend. You missed it. And now we get a clue. Hopefully we can draw some lands now. Running 23 lands. 23 lands is always an awkward amount of lands. I don't know. For some reason, it's just like it doesn't always work as well as I'd like. All right, Tainted Adversary for nothing. Wight could be nice, but I think we're just going to go for these double Shambling Ghasts. Grow the board. We get a lot of treasures. So worst case scenario, we can bring out like Narfi. Down to 11. We lose the zombie past the turn. All right, so board wipe would be really annoying if they have it here. Very likely that this is Doomscar into land, into Philadar Retreat getting crazy, and then we cry. If it's just this, though, we can hopefully find removal. Man, we just have not found a whole lot of stuff. I think I just attack in, though. Then we can Jadar afterwards, I believe. I mean, as far as Decayed Zombies have gone, we've gone in for 6 points of damage with them. And so I'm happy with that so far. This not being a zombie is still kind of funky. I could sacrifice this, get another treasure, play out a 2-drop. I get the treasure anyway. I think I'm fine with getting in for just 4 right now. Down to 7. Get the treasure. Not a treasure, it's a clue. All right. I think just Jadar. Counterspell would be annoying. Removal would be annoying. We get a 3-2. Sweet. And that's something we can attack in with every single turn, and that's fantastic. All right, there it is. There's the board wipe. All right, treasure. Come on, land for Narfi. We don't have the... Actually, I guess that's Tainted Adversary that we want the land for. They let us just go super wide here. And hopefully they don't have counterspell. I mean, I feel like they would have countered other stuff. Come on, land. That is... Okay, 13 cards deep, only 2 lands. Even if we're running 23 lands, that's really ridiculous. Yeah, what do we do now? Wight can come in and be a pretty good attacker. Tainted Adversary just... I want to play it here just because it's a 2-3 with Death Touch, which works pretty well against this. But Shambling Ghast we can play to try to make sure we get up to the mana. We can block pretty aggressively as well, but I actually don't want them to go too far here. Wight can replace itself, which is pretty nice, but can't block. Maybe it is just Shambling Ghast here. And I think we just have to hope to draw the land. Pass the turn. Considers. Man, only drawing these 2 lands has been really brutal. I really feel like we were very good. we were set up until this. Tax in. So we block to get the treasure to guarantee the Tainted Adversary. I would love to be able to trade off here and kill, but we just really have to get this treasure. And then we have to hope Tainted Adversary doesn't get countered now with lots of cards in hand and everything. So yeah, Tainted Adversary. We get to put a ton of power on the board with this. There's the counter though. Yep. Yep. And now I don't think we have a shot of coming back. Was that the one in Foretell this entire time? Wow. We use the treasures to try to at least keep some power on the board. It means we don't have Narfi, but Narfis are pretty bad here anyway, especially if they have counter spells, other stuff. Guess I could trade off with the Faceless Haven. So if I had a treasure, I could kill the carp. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're dead. All sorts of dead. There's the land. How many cards deep? There it is. Yay. All right, we're done here. Dang it. Oh, that was way too long to get to a land. Way too long. Rats. All right, up against Anthony, and on the draw, a decent hand. We'll keep this one. Definitely would like some snowlands for the Narfi, but right now we're okay. About Shipwreck Marsh, past the turn. This deck does feel like we're either flooding or screwed all, and it's never one or the other. It's never in between. It's always one or the other. I can't smoke right. Don't worry about it. Jadar, feeling a little bit interesting. I'm trying to decide how many of these I want. So checking out MTG Assistant, Trusty Dusty MTG Assistant here. We have 3 in the deck, and I could see 2 being okay, but man, I love playing it as my turn 2 every time. It's so good. We have Deadly Dispute to get rid of this guy. We can also just get rid of him naturally. We do want the land, so we're going to go ahead and attack in. So all attacks, hold on to this. And after damage, we Deadly Dispute. Make a treasure. How many cards in hand right now? 6, so this will be... There we go. Good job, deck. So proud of you. Play out the land. That is 7. Do we need to play out something? Not necessarily, but we're going to. We want aggro. All right, so what could we be up against here? I like that turn 3. That's a pretty great turn 3. I mean, having the land naturally would be better. Being able to play other stuff would be sweet. Being able to ramp up to Betrayer King would be awesome too. Binding. Kills Jadar. Kills the Wight. Alright, interesting. Ooh, Ebondeath. Fantastic draw there. Alright, so they'll throw us out on blue. We can hold on to flip the switch if we need to as well here. So this is the skeletal formation one. So Ebondeath is going to be pretty epic. And pass the turn. So grabs a forest, puts it on the battlefield. Snowlands. So 3 color. Binding again. We could just flip the switch on this. Yeah, let's just do that. Create another decayed creature. Potential board wipe, which Ebondeath will be better for, but this is a really strong play. You don't hold up the Infernal Grasp still. All right, so we get in for 6. This is not a creature. Tough choice. Ebondeath was probably the better play. We'll get it for the damage while we can, though. Force the board wipe now. Those guys die. We got to make another one. Down to 7. Pass the turn. All right, so Blood in the Snow is what we're scared of here. Yeah, okay. Drats, yeah, then Ebondeath was definitely the better play. I wasn't sure what they would have. Pass the turn. Vorinclex. Yeah, no Infernal Grasp right now. Get a hit for 6 with Narfi. Not quite worth it. Jadar. Swing with Ebondeath. Hold up 2 Infernal Grasps. And pass the turn. They're probably playing Infernal Grasp as well, so that means that those are dead now that they're at 2. Pass the turn. Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay. Kill Vorinclex. Deadly Disputes. Definitely don't want the life linker to be available. Shambling Ghast as a blocker. Get this one. All right, there we go. And that's game. Narfi. Potential for it to not be game, so we're being a little bit careful here. One card left in hand. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. That felt really good. Man, I feel like when this deck is just, when it's flowing, it goes really, really nicely. And then there's other times that it hasn't been doing as good for us. We'll see. We'll see. All right, up against Snowman, and we have Snowman too. We have Shambling Ghast into Deadly Dispute. 2 lands, good enough for this, I'm hoping. Here's Narfi. We have the snow lands this time around, so that's good. Shambling Ghast, go. Werewolf Pack Leader. Let's just Infernal Grasp for this one. Attack in. We'll hold off on other stuff later. Down to 19, pass the turn. Definitely need to find that 3rd land. We will Deadly Dispute to make that happen, if need be. Skaab. That blocks pretty aggressively. Alright. Do I attack in and go aggressive here? I want the treasure, and I would probably just play out the other Shambling Ghast. Try to go for stuff later. Like, just getting rid of a creature here is pretty great. If they buff on this and they get attacking with 3, it's annoying. But we'll be fine. It's fine. Yeah, gets attack in for 3. Blizzard Brawl as well. Yikes. Oh. Now we're in all sorts of trouble. That's 4 damage. Yeah, that was good. There's the land. It's always just a little bit late. Can't block with these Decayed Zombies. Can go aggressive, though. Let's go ahead and play out the Falconer. These, Ebondeath is going to be pretty sweet. It's a good blocker against this deck, and basically you just want to play it out over and over again. So I think I'm holding back the Shambling Ghast as a blocker, just to chump with. So no attacks, pass the turn, try to get him with these guys on the next turn. Once Narfi gets on the battlefield, we now have the 3 snow lands to bring it back every time too. Everything comes on the battlefield tapped is one issue. Eska's Chariot, also an issue. Do I just kill this? No, we need the treasure. Mono Green Stompy is a bad matchup for this one, I think. Unless we can get a really good start. And we did not really get that. Enters battlefield tapped all of the time. Narfi is interesting. Makes some better blockers. Can come back over and over again. This can't block anyway. So what's our other options? We can attack in, Deadly Dispute, get another treasure. Let's do that. So we'll hold back the Abomination. We need to block Chariot. So attack in. So we're going to hold a stop after damage. So it deals damage, and now we have a chance to Deadly Dispute after damage before it goes away. And now we have at least Ebondeath into this later. We're still just chump blocking for a turn, though. Shambling Ghast could also be okay. As a chump blocker. Doesn't stop. We can't stop Eska's Chariot. Actually, they put a counter onto it. Right. Yeah, I think I need this to start blocking on the later turn. So pass the turn. Ranger class gets a look at the top. Eska's Chariot taps down, swings in with a ton of creatures. And puts the counter onto Eska's Chariot. Yeah, Ranger class with Eska's Chariot is a really good little combo that's been around for a while. I've been playing Historic for so long now. I don't know what's going on. So this comes in tapped, unfortunately, all the time. Makes a copy of a wolf. Coolio. Do I need a chump? I think I do. All right, so had to chomp, play out Ebondeath now. Just tapped. Now we have a blocker, potentially. Narfi. Pass the turn. I'd love to get to a point where we can have Ebondeath just come back every single time. Have it be a really good blocker here. So yeah, we can block this. They could have something good though. Counter there. All right, so get the chariot. We have to kill what we can. Tons of power on board. We at least get to trade off with a little bit. Everything comes back tapped. Man, that is really a big issue right now, is everything coming back tapped. Shambling Ghast. We have Faceless Haven that can block. Do they have lethal if we don't do that? Pass the turn. Yeah, just Tovolar's Huntmaster here as well is so insane. So yeah, they haven't, I don't think they've even been playing anything new. This is just the old mono green and it's really good. Tried to play new stuff. Ew, not sure if it's working for us. Basic Conjuration, cool. Old Growth Troll. Let's attack in. So we Faceless Haven. We can kill 2 creatures by using Shambling Ghast. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, like, we're not dead on this swing in, but we have nothing we can really do. I guess I could have waited for a Tainted Adversary to see if we had that, but then the decayed creatures can't block. Not being able to block with a lot of guys is a big deal, and it is hurting us lots. Up against Natty, and we have Jadar and Tainted Adversary, so it's a decent hand. Infernal Grasp, looking for blue mana, but this is definitely a keeper. But it could be better. Yeah, Jadar into hopefully the Stitched Skaab. I really like Jadar as a turn 2 play. It's fantastic. You just leave it out there and attack with something that is disposable every single turn is so cool. Triumphant Adventurer. All right, so Death Touch and First Strike as it attacks. Do I just want to go for Deadly Dispute here? Draw that land? I think we do. We really need a land here. So stop after damage. Let this get in. So damage, Deadly Dispute. Hopefully find land and we can play out Tainted Adversary or Infernal Grasp with this treasure. There's a land. Thank goodness. Champion of the Parish is pretty interesting. I can Infernal Grasp this time. We also have... I don't think I really care about that guy very much. I think I'm going Champion of the Parish this time. Going super aggro here. Pass the turn. Next turn we get to go Tainted Adversary and the Skaab. Maul the Skyclaves. Doesn't give Vigilance, does it? No, no Vigilance, so that's fine. Lost Mindful Endeavor. They have a blocker on the next turn. All right, so... yeah, I think we just keep going with this. We could go for the Infernal Grasp. So get out the Skaab. Everything gets the buff. What's better here? Killing this, Deadly Dispute, try to find a land and playing stuff afterwards. We do need this land, and I want this dead anyway. So I think it's going to combat again, attacking in, holding after damage. You can put that. You can see it right behind me here, where I'm doing that. After damage, another Deadly Dispute. Double Infernal Grasp is pretty sweet for the next turn as well. I'm not terribly worried here. There's the blue mana. So I think I'm going to hold on to Infernal Grasp, play out the Skaab on the next turn, and pass the turn. I could have played out for a little bit more aggression, but I think we're pretty aggressive right now anyway. Having Infernal Grasp to kill 2 things here, make sure they don't have blockers, good stuff too. Going after this, the damage is already done though, that's fine. They should be going after Champion of the Perished. Alright, so ventures in the dungeon again, so it's only when it attacks. Let's see here. We want to kill blockers. We have enough power on board, so it's fine. Yeah, we're fine taking that. Let's go ahead and Infernal Grasp this fella. And Skaab. Hold up Tainted Adversary for now, because I think we have the win anyway. Attack in. Just in case there's some sort of bounce or whatever there, we could Infernal Grasp or any kind of flashing creature. That felt really solid. That felt really, really good. Having removal in hand helps a lot. How about that? Very good. Very good stuff. Up against Lint, and I think this is a fairly aggressive hand. We're going to keep this. So Snow Covered Swamp, pass the turn. We have our Wight, and then we have Tainted Adversary on turn 5. So I'm hoping to find just anything between now and then. Pass the turn. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Wight this turn dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. So most things can trade off with Wight, so it typically just gives a 2/2 zombie, but there's occasionally the chump block, or if we get to get it bigger, some other stuff, so that could be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and throw out more black mana for now. Attack in with the Wight. Play out the other one. Would love to be able to hold up Deadly Dispute. So yeah, if they have removal here, we get to Deadly Dispute. Ooh, they're letting us draw a card. Okay. But another one, pass the turn. Unfortunately, if we let that fizzle, we don't get that free card there. And so take advantage of any card advantage they do give us. Infernal Grasp loses some damage. That's fine. All right, come on, other creature. We really desperately need more creatures. Oh man. Do we wait a turn? We can make a 0/0 with that. Man, getting the value of this is so much better that I'd rather have it 2 turns in a row than to not play it at all. Especially with decayed zombies that don't really come back. So stuck on 3 lands potentially. They didn't play one. Yeah, okay. Stuck on 3 lands. Nice. Another Tainted Adversary. I mean, we drew all of them. And I really think that this is a fantastic play. So we're going to go for it. Tainted Adversary. If I didn't have the guaranteed land, I definitely would have played out the one beforehand. But so they can activate this, but we still get the trigger, I believe. So auto pay. The counter goes on. I'm not sure if this will fizzle or not. So the way it works, when this put that many plus and plus counters on it, then create as many. So okay, so it still goes off. So we still paid for it. We still get the decayed zombies. I wasn't sure how that would work. This Corpse Cobble sounds pretty fun. Meat Hook Massacre. Oh no. That's terrifying. Oh, that's such a fun card. I am really terrified of how scary that can get. All right, well, another adversary. Love to be able to hold up the Deadly Dispute, but do this for now. Love to find a Lord. Love to find, you know, any of the good stuff that we have in this deck. Deadly Dispute would help us do that. We've not been using it. So another land lets us play Tainted Adversary and Deadly Dispute. Actually, we get a Deadly Dispute beforehand, get the treasure, and then Tainted Adversary for more. Oh man, a land would be so sweet there. Whenever it dies, they're getting this stuff, and we get to go in for stuff. Let's see, how do we want to do this? 6 mana. We still get the Tainted Adversary with this, so let's yeah, attack in. All attacks, hold on combat damage. So blocks there. Do I want a Corpse Cobble? I mean, this trades off anyway, gets a blocker, and that's, I guess, okay. So yeah, we let this go through. Damage goes through. We Deadly Dispute now. On this one, they can have another trigger. Why not? Now we have the treasure to Tainted Adversary, do it again. Ooh, Champion of the Parish is pretty sweet. Man, with the Tainted Adversary... Sek is definitely playing more of this Meat Hook Massacre type of thing. This is a little bit greedy, but we also have a potential to get to pay twice here with the extra treasure. So let's play that out past the turn. We have yeah, 6, 7. We need 8. Yeah, so one more and we're in great shape. You can also Infernal Grasp still. Non-attack in. I want to kill something. Killing the thing that gives him more things is annoying. So their stuff dying isn't the worst for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill this. Come on, land. Land off the top is so beautiful here. We get to get Champion of the Parish. Just massive. All right, so our thing fizzles, which means we don't lose the 2 life. They get to... We lose 1 life there, at least. They get to draw cards, though. Create a treasure. Come on, land. All right, sweet stuff. I don't think I really need that much blue, so throw this out on black. Tainted Adversary times 2. All right, 1 zombie made. Now we get to... So as many number of times as I want to. So I auto pay this time, and then I get to do it again. Auto pay again. All right, so that's how it works. 4 zombies. Champion gets massive. We get to swing in for tons of damage. They get a chump block. Hurt us a little bit. This Massacre Meat Hook is a little annoying. So how does it work? So whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. It's whenever our stuff dies, they just gain life. And so us having big creatures doesn't hurt our life total, at least. That's nice. Crippling Fears will be pretty useful here on the next turn. Blood in the Snow. Ah, come on. I really wanted to hold up the Corpse Cobble, but I mean, that wouldn't have helped anyway. Wow, 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 wow. That was brutal. All right, pass the turn. Holding up the Infernal Grasp for this Faceless Haven. Could go for Crippling Fear, I guess, but I'm going to wait till they have more stuff. We should be able to rebuild. Oh, man. I knew that there was potential for more board wipes, but we just take what we get. Doesn't go for the Faceless Haven. What are they holding on to? Plays out another one. I mean, we can Crippling Fear here in response. Don't have anything else. Dwarf Citizen. Do I Infernal Grasp at all? Human Warriors. We did kill those guys. We lose 2 life. Sacrifice another creature now. I mean, that's fantastic. That means we get to kill the token that it makes as well here. You get to draw cards, though. And unfortunately, we don't get to kill this merchant. I'd still hold this up for the Faceless Haven instead. Life total is going low. Very low. Pass the turn. Corpse Cobble. I mean, it's a good card. I would like this to be another zombie right now, though, for sure. I mean, I probably would have played it out earlier, though. Not swinging with Faceless Haven. Do I really kill this just to lose 1 more life? And then lose 2? We can't let this get too low, otherwise this is completely useless. Down to 6. Come on, a good creature. Jadar is something. Not amazing. The zombie it makes doesn't actually block, but we could Corpse Cobble and make a blocker. And we can flash it back, so I'm okay spending just 2 mana to carry a 2/2 here. Keep the Jadar around, build a chump block pretty aggressively. See if Faceless Haven starts coming around. All right, so this is going to do 3 damage to us by killing this one. Hive of the Tyrant as well. Just got flying. All right, Faceless Haven I think is worse. We can kill the Hive of the Tyrant this time around. Yeah, lose a bunch of life. Taxon, this has Menace. So yeah, I wanted to wait until they already targeted something. Sacrifice this guy. He gains life, so we don't actually lose there. But we have to double block to not be dead, so... Because it has Menace. It's fine. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Alright, now what? What do we do now? We at least got rid of the 2 creature lands. Down to 2. They have 2 power on board. If any other guys die, things are bad. Skullport can sacrifice this one to make us lose life. And that's another land. Wow, we got flooded hard. All right, good game. We had nothing. Got nothing indeed. Dang it. Oh, that was pretty brutal right there. All right. Oh, well. On the next one. All right, up against Mozo, we have Shambling Ghast and Adversary, and Shambling Ghast can help us get to the Skaab potentially, which is a pretty good one. A 2 mana 3/3 with Death Touch would be sweet stuff. Bloodchief Stir is pretty nice too. No guarantee this actually dies. We're gonna keep it though. We mostly need black mana. These are our 2 cards that really need any blue, and we have the chance of drawing into other things if we do find more black mana, and we have a way to fix potentially. So it's good, right? As long as it's attacking, it has first strike. Let's offer the trade. We'll just go Tainted Adversary. Pretty good blocker here. Pass the turn. Black mana. No Priest of Oblivion. All right, so yeah, black mana being a little bit awkward here. Just killed Null Priest of Oblivion. And opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Okay. Not totally sure what they're playing there. Is this a cleric? No. Vampires? Vampires. Rakdos. Are there enough vampires for Vampire Tribal? I know that there's the Florian guy, which is sweet. But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's all that they have. Interesting. All right, so Frost Zombies ended up with a 50% win rate, 4 wins, 4 losses. Had some bad matchups where it was a little bit awkward. Didn't find any removal. 23 lands is always an awkward thing. I feel like it's the right number of lands, but Arena always makes 23 lands a little bit off, and so I guess maybe I need to not be doing that. Mono green, a tough matchup for us. I did feel like we got a good variety of stuff, which is fun. That's actually the reason I jumped over into free play for a little bit. Played in ranked for a little bit, and then we jumped over to free play. Honestly, I think you run into a lot of the same stuff, except that free play right now, or sorry, ranked right now, a lot of the people that just play Magic all the time but don't necessarily buy a lot of cards, all that kind of stuff, are there. So that means that they won't have a lot of the new cards, they won't have a lot of the new stuff, and so we'll be playing a lot of old things that are just boring and not fun for me. And so I'll be ranking up on my own time, but this is fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I'm really not sure what I would change with it. Like, the deck felt sweet. A lot of the one-ofs, we never actually got to see Draugr Necromancer, but I feel like that's fantastic with a lot of the other cards that we have. There's a lot of things that are great about this one, and maybe we need to be a little bit more controlly for the big. We're going aggro, but I'm not sure it's good enough for the Stompy decks. Stompy is just going to be around for a while, and I don't think this is better than that. I think werewolves probably are better than this as well, just because of how aggressive it is. So you need to have the removal and need to be able to go a little bit controlly. And I think, honestly, it's Champion of the Parish, Shambling Ghast, Deadly Disputes. Jadar felt good. Tainted Adversary felt good. And then I'm not sure if you care about the Stitched Skaab. Like, yeah, it lets you go aggro, but you don't need to go aggro all the time. I think those guys just let you have the chance to go pretty aggressive in the early game if you want to, but they also just throw out creatures that are good blockers. You know, Jadar, maybe Jadar can go away as well even. And then Tainted Adversary just makes a massive board whenever we need to. It lets you go a little bit later game. Ebondeath felt really good. I think Narfi is not as necessary. And then you can probably just play control, like maybe Draugr Necromancer, maybe a couple Narfis just because they do buff up everything, but maybe it's just a little bit more tempo-y at that point. Let you get up to more lands, play a bigger Tainted Adversaries, get up to 8 mana, and all of a sudden this is massive amount of it's just a huge play. So I don't know. There's a couple of different ways to go about this deck, and I'm not sure the right way to go with it. Bladestitched Skaab definitely felt really good with Jadar, with, you know, Champion of the Parish. We didn't get a lot of. I don't think we really ever got Champion of the Parish on turn 1, which is the dream. That is the ultimate dream. And out of how many games? 8 games. I think we maybe got it 1 time on turn 1, and it died immediately or something like that. Like, we never really got Champion of the Parish, which I think that is a big tell of like how good this deck can be, is how often you get Champion of the Parish on turn 1 and how good it was. So we showed that we were still 50% without it on turn 1. So I don't know. Leave it down in the comments below what things you guys have changed with it, what you guys like about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.